security guard let him walk. You get paid he get paid to protect that security guard. It's unfishy with him. That's why he deleted his Instagram.
Officials confirmed one of the 3 people shooting was rapper King Vaughn from Chicago, who was here last.
The Atlanta court system just dropped the full file on King Vaughn's passing, and it shook everything up. This isn't just recycled info either. These records expose details the public never had access to before, and it flips the whole timeline people thought they understood. According to official documents, hospital staff told police that Vaughn was actually revived and survived long enough to go through 2 separate surgeries. That alone completely changes the story. For years, people believed the ending was instant, but this shows there was a fight for life happening behind those hospital doors. Things take an even darker turn when reports say Vaughn was startled after a nurse entered his room. That sudden moment allegedly caused his final collapse, which left doctors scrambling again. It wasn't a slow fade.
I made it through 2 surgeries. He had 3 surgeries ago. He made it through 2 surgeries. And then after the second surgery, he hopped off the bed and started fighting the nurse and said where his gun at. And he went and he died because he went into shock. So he was making it through surgery. How hours later, Kayla knows, he fought the nurse. She the one told me that. His mama didn't even know that. How you knowing what's going on inside the hospital that quick?
Because she was there at the
It was sudden and chaotic. Then it gets even stranger. The documents claim Vaughn appeared to be searching for a firearm that he never actually had on him. That detail raised serious questions about his state of mind in those final moments and why he believed something was there when it wasn't. Here's where people really started side-eyeing the situation. This information only became public now, yet Boozy said in an interview 2 years ago that Vaughn didn't have a firearm that night.
Like you said, the King Vaughn situation, like there was absolutely no reason for Vaughn to be rolling around with that dude. Like there was no, especially since he had security, like, you know, someone should have jumped in. It should never even, I almost feel like if you have real security.
All of them is supposed to blame. I feel like they would have been more ready in Chicago.
Sad, man, sad. I mean, the whole King Vaughn thing is really kind of angry for everyone right now.
That me up, bro. I like King.
How does someone outside the investigation already know that unless information was moving behind closed doors? That alone had the internet buzzing, but police hints took things even further. Investigators noted that King Vaughn may have been backdoored, meaning someone close could have played a role. That word alone sent shockwaves through the culture. Reports say Vaughn had paid security with him that night. These were people whose job was to stand firm under pressure. Yet when chaos broke out, records claimed they ran instead of holding the line.
Security guard let him walk. You get paid he get paid to protect. How the you let him walk over and fight? You ain't even supposed to let him fight. He ain't supposed to be touching nobody. Security guard, if anything, you make sure Quando them leave. Whoever else they was with, you make sure they leave. How you let him walk over somebody that's the reason y'all here, the reason everybody in this parking lot here, because this man right here making the money and y'all his entourage. That security guard, it's unfishy with him. That's why he deleted his Instagram. I definitely feel like it's foul play. I don't know where it's coming from, but I definitely feel like it's some weird shit going on.
That detail made a lot of fans uncomfortable. When you stack all of this with what Vaughn's father has publicly said, the picture gets heavier and heavier. Too many gaps, too many unanswered questions, and way too much silence around people who were supposed to protect him. Things got real messy when Vaughn's dad stepped forward with explosive claims. He said he heard his own son was cooperating and then straight up accused him of playing a role in King Vaughn's passing. That statement alone divided a lot of people. He didn't stop there either. Vaughn's father claimed that Lil Durk allegedly knew what was going on behind the scenes.
I'm gonna give you this. It's a back door and I got all the pieces. That's all I'm gonna tell you. As Durk asked Vonnie, is it open? Vonnie told him it's off the hinges.
Wait. Are you talking about the Vaughn? Like King Vaughn?
Listen very carefully. When the payment was made to Lil Tim, the next day or the same day, Durk asked Vonnie, was it open? This is what he asked him. Was it open? It was his exact words. Was it open? He told him it's off the hinges.
Are you saying that Vonnie backdoor King Vaughn? No way. That was right here.
You heard what I just said. Guess what? You need motive first, right? I got bankers. I got bankers that'll testify that or will make a contract or make a statement to you and let you know that this is the amount of money he had, this is what he had, this is that another. You need motive first and foremost. I got text messages from the lawyer letting you know that who told on Durk before, who told on Vaughn.
At first, fans couldn't understand why Durk would ever want Vaughn gone, but police records added a strange new layer. Authorities noted that Durk and Vaughn were tied up in a court case together around that same time. Most fans had no idea that case even existed. What really raised eyebrows is what happened after Vaughn passed. That court case quietly disappeared into a private settlement. No headlines, no noise, just gone. Fans immediately started connecting dots, believing the blame was shifted onto Vaughn, conveniently closing the case and letting others walk away clean.
Why would Durk want Vaughn?
Yeah, man, let me give you this. First of all, you didn't sign your rights over. You ain't in no 360 deal. First of all, you can't bring nobody into the business and they surpass you. How you bring me to the table when I pass you up? Don't nobody want their cheap spot taken, do they?
That's an interesting
Dude was
thing.
a slack. He was signing the boys. Vaughn wasn't no slack.
That's interesting. I did find out that Vaughn didn't have any contractual ties to Durk.
I mean, come on, man. He wasn't even signed to him. How's this his friend? He lied on Breakfast Club and said, "Hey, you think your man would be sitting here with $300,000 worth of jewelry on and he not have an attorney? He had a public defender."
Social media only made things louder. Fans pointed out a pattern where Durk allegedly went live on Instagram almost immediately after multiple passings, including King Vaughn, Lil P, and FBG Duck. People started speculating that going live could act like a digital receipt. Some believed it was a way to say I was online if questions ever came from investigators. Whether true or not, the timing kept raising eyebrows and feeding the speculation. Vaughn's dad wasn't finished either. He went on to claim that Vaughn allegedly had a hand in orchestrating Lil P's passing as well, pushing the situation deeper into controversy and street whispers.
He didn't take my advice. He didn't respond no back to me because this is on a tablet. He on a jail tablet when I sent that to him. He didn't respond nothing else to him. I told you he can't take my advice because they playing. They made themselves get caught. This is what come along with it. They wanted to get caught. You understand me?
Oh, that's what you meant by trenches paint. Okay.
What you mean trenches what?
Was it you that said that? With the whole narrative about Vonnie snitching with the text messages. Like, that's...
Yeah. I don't know who said that, but that was me.
But that was a focus. Everybody was trying to make it seem like that's what the text messages was about.
That's just saying what he finna cop out to and this, that, and other. And with me saying Vaughn, some people like, damn, what he gonna tell him some words on Vaughn?
I ain't gonna lie, I said that in my video. I'm intrigued to know what the Vaughn name was for.
No, he ain't gonna tell him no Vaughn. You gonna tell that just like you orchestrated Lil P, you orchestrated this, and guess who you are.
Despite all the noise, police reportedly documented the entire timeline of November 5th, 2020. They laid out the night step by step, leaving fans torn between official records and explosive claims still floating around today. That night was supposed to be a victory lap. King Vaughn and his crew were getting ready to slide out in Atlanta for his album release celebration. The night was meant to crown his run and lock in his momentum. The vibe was confident. The mission was simple. Nobody in that circle thought the night would end in tragedy. When it was time to move, they rolled deep. Around 25 people spread across 8 different vehicles, moving like a full operation. Vaughn's manager later spoke on the security setup, saying measures were in place and everything felt controlled.
Security that moves with Vaughn, and he traveled with 2 more security. You know what I'm saying? Vaughn traveled in a proof truck, and not only that, his guys are security, man. He travels with 10 to 15 guys daily. They protect and love Vaughn more than any security would. I think we're about 8-10 cars deep, 20-25 on Entourage.
The party itself went smooth and wrapped up around 2:30 in the morning. The original plan was simple: head back to the hotels and call it a night. But at the last second, Vaughn switched it up on his own. He told his driver to reroute to another spot, the Monaco Club. That decision would become the turning point of the entire night.
Everybody's mind leaving the club is that we're going to the hotel and the Airbnb, because that's normal routine. The club he went to, the after hours, wasn't getting paid for. I didn't have no acknowledgement of this team. That have no acknowledgement of. That was a complete Vaughn.
Vaughn's truck peeled off without telling the rest of the team. They were heading somewhere else, leaving that vehicle isolated and out of sync with the rest of the entourage.
Everybody else that was with us driving to the Airbnb, and Vaughn literally went to the venue by himself. We got a call later from people in the car, like, hey bro, we here by, matter of fact, I think from his DJ was like, hey bro, you know we here by ourselves, like where you guys at? And everybody rerouted to that.
When they arrived at Monaco, they were briefly by themselves. That alone made people uneasy. The rest of the team eventually caught up before anything cracked off, but the energy had already shifted. That's when Vaughn's manager noticed something was off. Instead of his usual high energy presence, Vaughn sat quiet in the car for nearly 30 minutes. No talking, no hype.
Reason Vaughn wasn't himself. This man is like, I promise you, the best artist I ever moved in my life. For some reason that night, it was off. Like, he stayed in the car for like 30, 35 minutes.
Just locked into his own headspace, like he felt something coming but couldn't explain it. After sitting there for about 30 to 35 minutes, they finally convinced Vaughn it was time to move. Before he even stepped inside, some of his security was sent in first to check the club and make sure everything was clear.
Went to the car he was in, I was like, yo, Vaughn. Went inside the passenger seat, I was like, yo, Vaughn, bro, what's going on? Like, you know, everybody here waiting, let's go. He was like, all right, let's go. We're telling security, hey, it's time to go in now. Vaughn's ready. You know what I'm saying? We've been here too long. Let's go inside the club. They check the venue, go inside, check the outside, make sure there's no...
What nobody realized was the real tension wasn't inside at all. It was sitting in the parking lot. One of Vaughn's people spotted Quando Rondo and his crew posted up in a white vehicle. That sight instantly shifted the energy in the air right before they were about to go inside the club.
Right before we go inside the club, one of his homeboys, he came to the car and said, hey, so-and-so's here. And Vaughn just jumped up like, oh, come on, let's go.
And that moment would change everything. Before anyone could slow things down, King Vaughn jumped out of his truck fast and headed straight toward Quando. His team was yelling for him to chill and fall back, but Vaughn wasn't listening at all.
Jumped out the car. By the time Vaughn jumped out the car, I don't even think he knew where so-and-so was. He just jumped out the car. He bumped into so-and-so. As soon as he bumped into so-and-so,
he circled around the front of the vehicle and confronted Quando face to face. There was no hesitation, no pause, just raw tension spilling over in seconds. A physical fight broke out and Vaughn ended up on the losing side of that scuffle. That's when everything spiraled out of control. Quando's close associate, Lil Tim, reportedly came from behind the white car and discharged a firearm toward King Vaughn in the street. In seconds, chaos turned into a full-blown nightmare.
You trying to take Vaughn's chain or?
Honest truth, I don't think V-Roy had no jewelry on, and from the people that was a little bit closer, Vaughn was actually holding onto him like, man, you ain't going nowhere. Like, you here, like, even through getting, he's that strong, like, he was literally.
Vaughn's people who were still on scene returned fire, hitting Lil Tim and dropping him just a short distance away. The situation was already wild and it only got worse. 2 off-duty officers arrived and also discharged their weapons, creating total confusion. Nobody knew who was firing or where shots were coming from anymore. In the middle of all this, King Vaughn and Quando Rondo were both down in the street, lying just feet apart. Some witnesses later claimed Quando tried reaching for Vaughn's chain. Meanwhile, Vaughn's manager believed Vaughn was holding onto him as a shield during the chaos. Once the gunfire finally stopped, it turned into a desperate race against time. Saving Vaughn's life became the only focus. Vaughn's close friend, Muwop, ran into the street, picked him up, and rushed him toward a getaway vehicle without hesitation. At the same time, Quando's team grabbed Quando and Lil Tim and took them to the very same hospital, setting the stage for everything that followed. What really hits different is this part. King Vaughn was still conscious during the entire car ride to the hospital. Despite being seriously hurt, he kept telling his people that everything was going to be okay. He was trying to calm them down, even while he was the one fighting for his life.
I was in the car. I myself wasn't there. The gentleman that was in the car with him was panicking, and Vaughn was the one that was like, hey, calm down, slow down, chill, I'm gonna be good, just get me to the hospital. And honest truth, we all thought that the way he was carrying himself from that incident, from what I was told from the people in the car, that he would have been.
Once they arrived, doctors rushed Vaughn straight into surgery. He went through 2 separate procedures as medical staff worked hard to save him. Reports later stated that while in recovery, Vaughn became startled when a nurse entered the room. During that moment, he reportedly appeared to be searching for a firearm that was not there. Shortly after, his condition suddenly declined, leading to his passing. The news spread fast and sent shockwaves through the entire rap world.
Made national headlines as officials confirmed one of the 3 people was rapper King Vaughn from Chicago, who was here last night with friends.
2 groups of individuals got into a physical altercation. That physical altercation escalated into an exchange.
Fans, artists, and the streets were all left stunned, trying to process how a celebration night ended like this. Attention quickly turned to Quando Rondo and Lil Tim, who were identified as being involved in the incident. The public waited for their side, and when it finally came, Quando addressed it through music.
Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out or whatever. Like that could have got handled in a legit way, in the music way.
Lil Tim later said that if Vaughn hadn't acted the way he did that night, he would still be alive.
Like, shit, I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Vaughn who did it, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, yeah, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying fucking shit like that, because I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like, they ain't never popped that shit off. That would have never happened.
Lil Tim survived his injuries and was charged in connection with King Von's passing. After going through the legal process and securing strong legal representation, the charges were later dropped following a self-defense claim. His attorney stated the case was dismissed before any indictment, but the streets didn't see it as over. Tension stayed high, and retaliation reportedly followed, leading to the passing of Quando's close friend Lil P.
Search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the act.
That moment flipped the pain back around, putting Quando in the same position Vaughn's circle had faced earlier. Fans later resurfaced lyrics where Lil Durk appeared to reference Quando's reaction to loss. Even more attention came from lines in a diss track where Durk hinted he wasn't just a rapper, sparking non-stop debate and speculation.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
Now listen close. If you want the real stories, raw breakdowns, and the truth the streets whisper but never sleep on, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.